Mcluvin news. Now, after that crazy Robert F. Kennedy Jr. talked about that whole eat more saturated fat, eat more trans fats, we don't listen to that nutter. We talk about the reality of what's really going on in this country. And what's really going on is the division between both political parties. Where is the value of that, of which we must represent to get back to common ground between each and every single one of us as American citizens, as adults? Because our kids should not be involved in social media. They should not be having to worry about the literal future. The future that of which Donald Trump lives in his own fairy tale imagination land, of with him, with all of the power and all the wealth that he's inherited from all the donors and all the wealth, proving not much different from the whole nonpartisan division that he tried to talk about it like he's the man working for the common man, woman, and child. No, bringing back a better envisionment for America right now. Got to give him a little bit of credit. He has worked hard in his first term. He hasn't gotten a lot of, credit. But at the same time, look at what he hasn't done. He talked about ending the war in Ukraine. We all knew that wasn't going to happen within literally the first day. But how come he can broker a peace deal between Hamas and Israel and he can solve that? We got to give him credit where credit is due. I mean, hey, the man brokered a peace deal, the art of the deal, whatever you want to call it. I didn't read that book. I don't believe that hype. I don't believe any of that. But what I do have to say, if he can broker that, how come he's got such a warm bromance with Vladimir Putin? Maybe because Putin's pulling the strings. He's got a whole fist up Donald Trump's rear. Maybe he literally is having the whole relationship with Satan himself. Trump, of course. Now, in the reality of Putin, we can say he's Satan? No, Satan is in the context of the Christian Bible and every other religious aspect. He's in that own world, deep down in the underworld. We need to not live in the reality of making the literal firestorm of hell itself, the literal dumpster fires, the chaos, the destruction, the harm that comes to our kids and our generations with this political atmosphere to be pushing far conservative right and left. Doesn't matter which, because Donald Trump came out on No King's Day and he outright said that we did not have very fine representation people that represented our country standing out there out of the near 7 million, and there's quotes that there's even more. And I've seen even recent posts discrediting how many people were actually there, and it is complete BS that there was not a near 7 million. There was a strong outlook of a larger population that ever turned out, even bigger than any one of his inauguration rallies or in his physical rallies. And people may not like to hear that, but that is the truth, because people do stand up. Women, men, kids, children, non-binary, binary, gays, doesn't matter who they were, of all colors and all degrees, saying that we do not stand up for someone who tries to act like a king. We would not stand up for that. And for our kids and our present, where is this peace deal to end the suffrage of Ukraine's war? If Donald Trump can do this with Hamas and Israel, why can't he get up and do his part as commander-in-chief and resolve the conflict? I think he needs to actually step up and do what he said, because sanctions aren't cutting it. Putin's laughing at this, and he's not the one feeling the effects. The Russian people are, if any, that actually care, that can do anything about it. Mcluvin news, we need to start caring about our kids, because our kids are watching every day, and they're seeing exactly what's happening. We're in the middle of history right now. Mcluvin news, without the present, as aren't we always in the middle of history? There is no future.